of reporters to the scene. Had the victims been American tourists, it would have been an altogether different situation. In any case, that was not why I was in Bermuda. In the article, police dismissed the Ripper analogies, assured the public that the streets were safe, and speculated that this latest victim may have been killed by a client. However, when the article jumped to the back page, additional complications were revealed. The police commissioner was quoted complaining that international coverage of the crimes has sparked some unfortunate tourism. It seems ghoulish visitors captivated by the macabre murders, Ripperologists they called themselves, had arrived on the island and were conducting ad hoc investigations, which were hampering official police activities. My mind immediately flashed to the man at the airport. Was he another one of these ghoulish visitors, a Jack the Ripper fan, so to speak, hastening to the scene of similar crimes? The article also disclosed that police were contending with a raft of false leads. As had occurred in London at the time of the original Jack the Ripper killings, public fascination with the crimes had inspired a number of fabricated tips that authorities were nevertheless obligated to track down. The commissioner promised swift convictions of anyone found to impede police business. "Here on vacation?" my driver asked as I put down the newspaper. My eyes met his in the rearview mirror. "Yes," I said, taking a deep breath. "I'm planning just to sit on the beach, watch the breakers come rolling in, and catch up with my reading." "You'll be a bit busier than that if the judge has anything to do with it." "Oh? I hadn't known he'd be here." My host, Thomas Betterton, was a federal judge from New Jersey who had written a controversial book on reforming the federal court system. I had been introduced to him by my publisher, Vaughn Buckley, and we had met again when we'd sat together on several book and author panels over the past year. "If you're ever in need of some R&R, come down and stay at my place in Bermuda," he'd said the last time I'd seen him. "I've got a boat, a couple of cottages right on the beach. You can have one all to yourself, even if I'm not there. And if I am there, you don't have to feel obligated to spend time with me in the main house. You can come and go as you please." "That's a very generous offer," I'd said. "Be careful, or I might take you up on it." "I want you to. They're just sitting there gathering dust. But I'll have my man, Adam, clean one up for you. How's next month?" He must have caught me at a particularly vulnerable time. I was weary from traveling across the country on a book tour, and the prospect of staying in a private cottage on a beautiful sunny island was appealing. I'd been to Bermuda before and fallen in love with its pastel homes, pristine pink beaches, turquoise waters, and the genteel manners of the people. I don't remember agreeing to go, but the following week a package arrived. I took it to my desk, slit open the padded envelope, and drew out a pink cap with Tuckerstown embroidered in script above the brim. I held up the hat, and a set of keys fell into my lap. A note attached to the keys read, "Jessica, it's yours for the whole week. Just call this number and let Adam Wise know when your flight comes in. Catch you another time. Busy season for me. Have fun. Tom B." I'd looked out my window at the gray skies and pouring rain that had engulfed Cabot Cove and picked up the phone. I pressed the button to roll down the window and leaned over to feel the warm Bermuda breeze on my face. We were on the road between Harrington Sound and Castle Harbor, the deep blue of one a contrast to the more turquoise waters of the other. Just breathing the salt-tinged air filled me with contentment. "Yep, he likes to entertain, the judge does. Tonight he's hosting another one of his intimate soirees. That's what he calls them."